Assalamu alaikum. This is your computer science teacher Sarfawad Akhtar Ansari, and today we will discuss Run Length Encoding, which is a compression technique which is used to reduce the storage capacity. But today's topic is about Run Length Encoding, but on the textual data. That how does it affect on our text data? So the technique is pretty straightforward. So how does it work? Basically, it replaces the consecutive characters or the repeated characters which are identical. So we have to now prove that how is it working, or how is it efficient or not. That it is as the description says, that it compresses the data by replacing the repeated characters or the identical characters. So does it really affect our storage capacity? So let's just find out. In this case, you can see that there are the characters which are repeated. So now let's count the number of characters, such as A is 5, B is 3, and you may count the number of C's and number of D. And let's assume that each character consumes 1 byte. So altogether these characters are consuming 17 bytes. Now we have to apply the run line encoding and see how does it affect. But before applying the run line encoding, we must understand another terminology, which is the ASCII code. So number of A is 5 and the code for the lowercase a is 97, and the ASCII code for the lowercase b is 98, and ASCII code of lowercase c is 99, and 100 is for the D. So you can see that number of character means we have to count the number of characters, and after that we get to know the ASCII code of it. Now I am applying RLE, so let's see that how does RLE affect. So before going that, let's revise that we have got 17 bytes. These characters are consuming 17 bytes. Now I have applied the RLE, and after applying the RLE, let's see total number of bytes. It is getting 8 bytes. So you can see that there is a specific difference between the 17 bytes and the 8 bytes. As you can see in the previous slide, we have got 17 bytes. And now after applying the RLE, instead of 17 bytes, we have got 8 bytes thanks to the RLE. But in some cases RLE is not effective, such as in this case where C and D are not in the consecutive manners. C and D are not getting repeated. It just broke in the chain, like C then D, C then D. So in this case these are not the consecutive characters or the repeated characters. So how does RLE deals in this situation? So let's apply the same technique. We count the number of characters. So altogether these characters consume 22 bytes. After applying the run line encoding, so we have got, instead of 22 bytes, after applying RLE, we have got 18 bytes. So you can see that if you check the C, so we have 1 C and 99, then 1 D, and then 1, and 100 is the code for D, and so on. So each character is taking 2 bytes. So instead of 22 bytes, we are getting 18 bytes. But it is still incomplete because there is another technique that is introduced, which is called the flag. So after applying the flag, we will see a significant drop in the storage. So let's see the flag. So basically flag is a signal, or it is a marker that follows the repeated characters. For example, in this condition you can see that 255 is the flag. So whenever you see 255 is written in the beginning, you can understand that it is a flag. So 255 is a flag, and when you see that the number of characters are repeating, so flag is at the beginning. Let's see in the next slide. Now you can see that wherever the characters are being repeated, flag is applied there. So here A is repeating, so flag is there. B is repeating, flag is there. E is repeating, flag is there. But the characters that are not repeating, so there is no flag here. Now before applying the RLE, we got 22 bytes. After applying the RLE, we got 18 bytes. Now after applying the flag, let's see how much bytes are being used or consumed. So we can see a 15 bytes. So you can see the jump, 22 bytes, then 18 bytes, and then 15 bytes. So this is how RLE works on the textual data, and that it reduces the amount of storage capacity. I hope you understood the concept, but if you are still confused, you may watch the video again. Otherwise, you may contact me on my social medias, Facebook, WhatsApp, or Instagram, and you may find a description of my links in this video. And thank you so much for taking out the time to watch the video, and inshallah we will meet in the next video. Take care. Allah Hafiz.